Wow, what a performance that was, guys, as it finishes at St James's Park. Newcastle 5, Crystal Palace 0 in an absolute demolition job. An absolute demolition job. And you know what? Just brilliant. We are riding the crest of a wave right now, and that wave does not have to end. It can keep going till the end of the season. Yes, we've got a couple of really difficult games, but my God, we play like this. It's teams that are going to fear us rather than us fearing them. You know, this tonight, a lot of people in our Matchday Live chat were saying before the game, this will be a lot closer than the Man United game. Palace have done really well away from home this season, and they have. They slipped up at the Etihad on Saturday, granted, but we battered them tonight. We absolutely battered one of the former away teams in the Premier League. And you know what? Every single player was sensational tonight. Absolutely just a worldie of a game from every single one of them. You know, they didn't even look fatigued. They didn't even look tired. We cruised through the game. But I tell you something, that first 10 minutes, you just had an idea of how up for the game Newcastle United were and how well we're playing at the minute and where the mentality and the confidence is amongst all the players. Because we were knocking it around, we were creating some chances. Murphy was playing some worldy balls into the box, and poor Isak just couldn't finish his dinner. You know, he had a header over the bar, then a shot blocked, a brilliant save by Henderson down to his left, and you didn't think it was going to be his night. Turns out he did eventually, as we'll come on to. But you know what? It was kind of very interesting for me because we did let Palace in a couple of times in that first half where we just slightly switched off. But they couldn't convert the chances that they had, if you can call them chances, really. But we absolutely deserved everything we got tonight. And in such a positive way as well. And this team is just... Teams are going to fear playing us because we are just so confident. We are just so attacking-minded now. The movement and the pace that we move that ball is quite incredible right now. It really is. And that first goal just epitomised Jacob Murphy's season. You know, he'd already put some great balls into the box. We hadn't managed to score. He gets it and it's just inside the box. And you can see him look up and see Henderson slightly off his line. And he absolutely put his laces through it, straight the postage stamp in the top corner. And an absolute brilliant finish. And you cannot help but love this kid. He is performing. He's having the time of his life right now. And good on him. Good on him. Because, you know, he's had some difficult times in his career, but he has never put his head down and complained. And he has been absolutely magnificent this season. It's certainly not a purple patch. This purple patch is a purple patch is 2 or 3 games, 4 games. This is all season. He's been brilliant. What an absolute screamer of a goal. And then, you know, we keep going at them. We keep battering them. Then they get a penalty. Now, the penalty for me, I think Nick Pope does get a hand or a slight bit of his fist to the ball. But what I don't understand about that goal is Nick Pope made a very, very late decision to come and get it. You know, the free kick had been taken, and I'm watching there and I'm seeing Nick Pope make a very late decision to come for the ball. He doesn't really get much purchase on it. He takes out Richards. And after a lot of toon and fro, and I knew Craig Pawson on VAR, he's going to give a penalty. Of course he is. But that is one of the worst penalties I've ever seen in my life. Just one of the worst penalties. I think Eze trying to be far too cocky and trying to be Ivan Toney in a way, the way he takes his penalties. But it was literally a pass back to Nick Pope. And I think Nick Pope was actually going to go the other way, which is why he went down and dived to his left, because I think he'd already started going the other way, but he couldn't believe how soft that penalty was. And then a couple of minutes later, we go up the other end. Harvey Barnes tries to pull it back for Isak. Gay, he has to make the challenge because Isak's got to tap in if he doesn't. Unfortunately for us, unfortunately for Gay, it goes in the net off his deflection. And we're cruising. We're cruising at 2-0. And then Barnes gets in the act again. And it's absolutely a brilliant goal. But what I loved about that goal was Tonali, who is just a magician. The guy is a magician. And what really impressed me about that goal, He's got Murphy belting down the right-hand side, and the Palace players think he's going to play Murphy in. But he swivels his hips and plays a reverse ball to Barnes. Barnes then has a run at Lacroix and skips by him, blasts a shot in the bottom corner. We're 3-0 up. And then, of course, there's plenty of injury time due to, the couple of clashes of heads, the VAR. And then we get a free kick. It's beautifully worked. Trippier with a little back heel. Murphy, again, a worldie of a cross and a fantastic header by Fabian Schär into the bottom corner, who, by the way, was absolutely outstanding tonight. Really back to his best, Fabian Schär. He's always going to give the ball away once or twice, guys. We just have to accept that. But his defending tonight was just... And some of his passes were on another level. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And he deserved the goal. Lovely little flicked header down in the bottom corner. It's 4-0. We go in at half-time. We're all thinking, right, now Jason Tindall has a very interesting half-time team talk to give. Does he tell them to go out and keep this up and smash them? Or does he tell them to, conserve a little bit, but keep playing your normal football, keep playing the way we've done? And to be fair, we do that. We create more opportunities. And finally, Alexander Isak, he just thinks to himself, well, I'm not going to get a goal from 2, 3, 4 yards out, so I'll try from 20. And it was a beautiful shot, curled right in the bottom corner. But the work that Joe Linton did beforehand, again, the high press, not giving Palace defenders any time on the ball at all, wins the ball. Isak, beautiful curl into the bottom corner. It's 5-0. We're in dreamland. We're cruising. And that enables Jason Tindall to make changes. He'd already done it kind of before then as well. A couple of the players were disappointed to come off tonight. Joe Linton certainly made his feelings known when he came off. He wasn't happy. Bruno wasn't too happy either. And Isak to a degree. But I tell you something, that's good to see in a way. I mean, normally I would say I don't want these players twisting when they've got to come off. But the confidence is that high with the guys right now. They all want to stay on the pitch because they believe that there's more goals, that they can contribute a little bit more. But they didn't have to tonight. And I think, when the players have come off and the dust settles, Joe Linton, Bruno, they'll understand why they came off. Bruno was on a yellow. Joe Linton, if he got a yellow, he would have been suspended. And, of course, he made 2 rash tackles in the first half, which I thought may have been bookings. But luckily, I think the referee forgot all his cards in the first half. So the decision to bring him off was the right one. Absolutely. And then it gave players a chance to come off the bench. I was a little disappointed we didn't see Asula again. For me, that's the type of game that maybe we should be giving him 20 minutes. We're absolutely rampant. We're on top. There's no question of the visitors coming back. Give him an opportunity to get out there. But he went with Wilson again. Wilson... he didn't really do any much in the game as well. He's putting himself about, but it's not running for him at the minute. His body's not the same as what it was. And I would love to see Asula given the opportunity. I don't quite understand when you're in a situation like we were tonight and, we don't see Asula. But listen, Eddie and Jason, they know more than me. And obviously they've got their reasons and we put our full trust in the coaching team at Newcastle United anyway. Longstaff came on. He was pretty dog, to be honest. But then again, nothing's new there. But listen, hell, what a performance. And Newcastle fans now, we're just on cloud sodden 99 actually. Because we see the potential now of where we can finish this season. If we can keep picking up wins, then God knows what will happen at the end of the season. We deserve this. We deserve it. The players deserve it. Because, they cleared the rust after the cup win, and they've gone out in the last couple of games and been simply brilliant. Simply brilliant. Nothing you can take away from those players tonight. Superb. And, congratulations to Jason Tindall as well, because it's a very difficult situation that he finds himself in. He's not 100% comfortable being the number one. You can see that. But I tell you what, he has been brilliant. Him, Graham Jones, the rest of the coaching staff, take a bow, to be honest, because they've handled this situation with absolute professionalism and gone about their way and trained these players, got them ready for each individual game. And hopefully, we'll see the same against Villa on Saturday. That's going to be a very, very tough game, no doubt about it. The turnaround for that game is a lot quicker with it being a Wednesday night now and we play Saturday tea time. That is going to be a quick turnaround. But adrenaline takes over. That's the main thing. Adrenaline gets you through these games now when you're on a high like we are. But a fantastic performance. Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling after that game. Who was the standout players for you, if there was actually just one. But my God, Sandro Tonali is an incredible footballer. He really is. But I'm just delighted, guys. It's just a fantastic feeling to have right now as a Newcastle fan. Third in the Premier League, a cup win, and we've got 6 big games now. 6 big games. Let's just finish this season off in style. But thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it the thumbs up. Very important that we keep those coming in so the fellow fans like yourselves can find us in the search results. And of course, if you are new, please do subscribe. We've had a massive influx of subscriptions, especially tonight. So welcome to all our new subscribers, and thank you, everybody. Every single viewer of the Toon Review. You are what makes this channel. So if you are new, subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss an upload or a live show. And we'll see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Celebrate, guys, because we are on a crest of a bloody big tsunami. Thanks for watching. Good night.